Food industry executives have warned all Americans to stock up on food now. The reason is that grocery costs are set to rise tremendously, and conditions will only get worse in 2023. In 2022, U.S. shoppers faced some of the highest price increases since the hyperinflation crisis of the 1970s. Meat prices rose by an average of 20%, eggs by 40%, breakfast cereal by 17%, peanut butter by 11%, gas by 42%, electricity by 27%, propane, kerosene, and firewood by 32%, and appliances by 12%. Moody's Analytics reports that due to high inflation, American households now spend an additional $445 monthly to purchase the same items they bought last year. Executives in the food industry caution that the situation will further get worse in 2023. A supermarket CEO warns food giants like Kraft, Heinz, PepsiCo, and Mondelez will keep increasing prices due to inflation and supply chain problems. Food prices will increase tremendously, promotions will become scarce, and low-moving items will be dropped that will result in more empty shelves. Experts are warning consumers to stock up on essential food items as prices are expected to rise in the coming months. Wheat, corn, and soybean prices have been steadily increasing, and this is likely to lead to higher food prices. Experts predict food inflation could reach as high as 6% in 2023. By stocking up now, you can avoid the higher prices and protect your family's budget. In this video, you'll learn about the factors contributing to rising food costs. Our mission is to bring you the news others ignore, even though our leaders continue to downplay the seriousness of the issues facing American families. If you want to find out what is happening with the American family's economy, watch until the end, and remember to like and subscribe to our channel, Economic Empires, if you find value in our videos. Now, let's continue. Over the past year, food prices in the United States have increased significantly, causing financial strain for many Americans. The reason for rising prices depends on several factors, including supply chain disruptions, avian flu, and increased energy and labor costs. These factors have impacted the prices of essential food items such as eggs, flour, and butter. The Bureau of Labor Statistics has reported that the average cost of food rose by 10.9% in October 2022 compared to the same month the previous year. The United States Department of Agriculture predicts that food prices will continue to rise in 2023 with an expected rate of 3 to 6%. Although this is lower than the rate of increase seen in 2022, it is still above historical average rates. The ongoing inflationary pressures on food prices could continue to impact American households, especially those with low incomes who may have to spend a lot on food. The government and food industry must address these issues and ensure Americans have access to affordable and nutritious food. Here are some top-notch reasons behind rising food prices. 1. Supply chain disruptions. The COVID-19 pandemic has led to significant supply chain disruptions impacting food production and distribution. The pandemic's impact on labor availability and transportation has made it difficult for producers to deliver goods to consumers, leading to higher transportation and labor costs. 2. Avian flu outbreak. Avian flu has hit the U.S. poultry industry hard, which will lead to a significant increase in egg prices. It will result in limiting the supply of eggs and other poultry products. 3. Rising energy and labor costs. Rising energy and labor costs have also contributed to increased food prices. Higher fuel prices have driven up transportation costs, while labor shortages have led to higher wages and salaries. As we move towards 2023, the United States Department of Agriculture has predicted that there will be a continued rise in food prices. The growth rate is expected to be between 3 and 6%. This estimate is based on various factors such as the impact of natural disasters, changing global economic conditions, and shifts in consumer demand. However, Miguel Patricio, CEO of the well-known food and beverage company Kraft Heinz, holds a different view. According to him, the USDA's estimate of food price growth might be overly conservative. In his opinion, inflation will likely remain a persistent issue that may lead to more substantial price increases than the USDA's forecast. He also anticipates that supply chain hiccups will continue to impact the food industry. Patricio's views are based on his understanding of the food industry and its complex supply chain. The COVID-19 pandemic, which caused significant disruptions to global supply chains, has exposed the vulnerabilities of the food industry. The pandemic has also created a lot of uncertainty and made it difficult for businesses to predict market trends accurately. While the USDA's estimates are based on statistical modeling and market analysis, it is essential to consider other factors that may impact food prices. As the CEO of a major food and beverage company, Patricio's perspective and insights into the industry's supply chain challenges are valuable. As we move closer to 2023, we will see how these predictions play out and how they impact the food industry. Furthermore, the disruption of fertilizer exports from Ukraine and Russia has already severely impacted food production worldwide, and this trend is expected to continue. Fertilizers are an essential input for crop production, and the interruption of their supply could lead to a reduction in the yield and quality of crops. The situation is particularly concerning as the global population continues to grow and the demand for food is expected to increase significantly in the coming years. A global food crisis could have devastating consequences for the most vulnerable populations, particularly those in developing countries. The Russian invasion of Ukraine has already severely impacted the global food supply chain. The decline in grain and corn production and disruption of fertilizer exports could lead to a global food crisis in 2023. It will affect food prices and availability. It is essential to address this issue urgently to prevent a humanitarian catastrophe. What are some ways to cut costs? Number 1, switch to store brands or cheaper stores. One of the most effective ways to cut expenses is to switch to store brands or cheaper stores. Consumers can enjoy significant savings on grocery bills without compromising quality or taste by opting for generic or private label brands. Many store brands offer similar or identical products to popular branded products, but at the fraction of the cost. Consumers can also benefit from shopping at low-cost grocery stores like discount chains or bulk stores. These stores offer a wide range of products at a lower price point, operating with lower overhead costs and buying in bulk. By shopping at these stores, consumers can save considerably on regular grocery shopping. Although some consumers may be hesitant to switch from branded products or their preferred grocery store, it is worth considering the potential savings that could be gained. Often the difference in quality or taste may be negligible, while the savings could be significant. It is also helpful to compare prices and products across different stores and brands to find the best value for money. Number 2, make a shopping list. When you plan to go shopping, it is always a good idea to list the items you need to purchase. Creating a shopping list not only helps you to be organized and efficient, but it also has several other benefits. Firstly, having a shopping list helps you to avoid items that you don't need. When you go shopping without a list, you may pick up items that catch your eye but are not essential. This can lead to overspending and cluttering your home with things you don't need. With a shopping list, you are more likely to stick to buying the things you need and avoid impulse purchases. Secondly, creating a shopping list can reduce the number of trips you make to the store. With a list, you can plan your shopping more effectively and purchase everything you need in one trip. This saves you time and reduces transportation costs and the environmental impact of driving to the store multiple times. Number 3, make the most of cashback opportunities. If you're a consumer looking to maximize cashback opportunities, one effective way is to find a credit card that offers substantial rewards on grocery purchases. By doing so, you can receive cash back on your grocery expenses, which can help you save money in the long run. Food prices will likely rise in 2023 due to various factors, including inflation, supply chain disruptions, and weather-related events. While it may be tempting to cut back on food spending in the short term, it may be wise to stock up on non-perishable items and buy in bulk now before prices increase further. Additionally, it's important to keep an eye on news and market trends and to be proactive in seeking out deals and discounts where possible. By staying informed and being strategic with our food purchases, we can help mitigate the impact of rising food costs on our budgets and ensure that we have the resources to maintain our health and well-being in the years ahead.